Martin Odegaard, the captain of Arsenal, is going to have to put pen to paper onto a 5-year contract as an Arsenal player. And David Austin is going to have to confirm to us that there were very many teams looking forward to obviously get him off the hook from Arsenal. But Martin Odegaard is going to head to obviously snub all those teams and obviously told them that I'm just committed to playing for only one team, that is Arsenal. So welcome to Rokani Media Football. This is the Arsenal News Show. Martin Odegaard is at Arsenal for the next 5 years, and that is until 2028. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're really watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And it was the Arsenal website that obviously made it official that he was gonna hate to put pen to paper on a new contract, and they said Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard has signed a new long-term contract with the club. Congratulations, the skipper. And this is how he looked with Mikel Arteta when he really finished putting pen to paper onto the contract with Arsenal. So congratulations to Arsenal for obviously tying one of the best central attack midfielders in the world on a 5-year contract. Trust me, hate him or love him, he is the best central attack midfielder in the Premier League, I think, in his age, because for Kevin De Bruyne has been here, he's using a lot of experience, but at the age of 24, what Martin Odegaard is going to hate obviously put out on the field of play, it's beyond what we obviously expected him to be like at the age of 24. Though he is, some might call him a late developer, because at the age of 15, 16, Arsene Wenger wanted to sign him, and this player really said no to Arsene Wenger. But I would like to let you know that this is one of the most important signings that Arsenal have gone ahead to make. Now, what does Martin Odegaard have to say after putting pen to paper? He said, signing a new contract was really easy decision for me for lots of reasons. Mainly, what we are doing right now as a club is special, and I want to be part of that. I'm really excited for what's to come here. I found a place where I can really where I can be really settled and call my home. That is Martin Odegaard for you. Then he added and said, my story is a bit different. Maybe as I moved around different clubs since I was 16, at Arsenal since the first day, I felt great, and this is definitely my home now. I just want to say thanks to everyone working at the club, and of course our fantastic supporters. That is Martin Odegaard for you. And at the age of 16, Arsene Wenger took him and really bought him ice cream in a way to try to convince him to join Arsenal. He bought him chips and so on and so forth, but him and his father felt like Real Madrid was the best project for them, and they went to Real Madrid. That's where they obviously felt that it's not really working out. Madrid loaned him to Sociedad. When returned to Real Madrid, Zinedine Zidane was willing to obviously try to play him in his team that won the Champions League 3 times. Odegaard really got an injury, and that's how he fell out of the pecking order of Zinedine Zidane. That's when Arsenal came in through and really signed the player. And after signing the player, obviously they had to see the best results, signing him on loan and then later signing him on permanent in the summer of 2021. That is Martin Odegaard for you. And now, after Martin Odegaard saying that, rejecting Arsenal at the age of 16, and he joined them like 5 years later, Ed was gone ahead and obviously said the following about this 5-year contract signed by Martin Odegaard. He said, to agree and complete a new contract with Martin Odegaard is such a great news for us. He's our captain, an experienced international, and a player who gives us so much quality and joy every time he plays for us. That is it, coming in from Edu. Now, he's a quality player, we all agree, and if you don't agree that Odegaard is really a quality player, then you need to revise your notes on what the word quality really stands for, and he is really a joy to watch. This guy is just one of the best players I've seen in this entire world. Now, when you look at Edu, he went ahead to say that Martin is still only 24 years old. Is still 24 years old, so there is still much more to come from him, and we are delighted that we will be together in the forthcoming years. Our aim is to keep our best players, and with Martin now also included, we are pleased to have completed new long-term contracts. That is Martin Odegaard for you, and what he's gonna hate to do for the side of Arsenal. And the players of Arsenal are really excited to see either the skipper is obviously doing well, and he's obviously keeping himself at the club. And Arsenal are gonna hate to do well and some good business to keep or tie their young players onto long contracts. When you look at Aaron Ramsdale, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, William Saliba, now Aaron Ramsdale, Res Nelson, who else? I think there are like 6 players that Arsenal are gonna hate to tie on a long contract. There is even Gabriel Magalhaes. He signed more 5 years at Arsenal, and it shows you how good this project has been really projected, protected, in as far as these other teams could come in through and unsettle their teams by obviously, or their players, by giving them some huge amounts of money to obviously operate at a better level. So congratulations to Arsenal and Edu for the work well done. Now let's hear from the manager Mikel Arteta and what he had to say about Martin Odegaard putting pen to paper this morning. Now, he said, Martin Odegaard signing a new long-term contract is such good news for everyone connected with Arsenal. He's our captain and a hugely respected person at our club, who is a great role model and professional, bringing quality and maturity in everything he does. You know, being a captain and holding such a talent is really very, 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 very hard to find. When you look at some players who are really talented, they don't like to take over the mandate to be the captain, because it's something different to be a captain and obviously come and perform at the field of play. That's why you saw to it that for Martin Odegaard, it looks like when you give him responsibility, that makes him a better player. Why? When Arsenal gave him the armband last season, he scored 15 goals and put up close to 8 assists. And this season, he's going to hate to play 7 games. He has going to hate to put together 3 goals. That is Martin Odegaard for you. So it shows you that in a season where Arsenal might play close to 60 games, Martin Odegaard has so far scored 3 goals, and he might find himself in a position of even scoring 20 goals plus. That is Martin Odegaard for you. Then Arteta had the following to say, and I had onto that about Martin Odegaard, and he stated that on the pitch, as everyone has seen, Martin Odegaard is a young player of top quality who consistently contributes at such a high level. That's what he said. And talking about contributing at high such level is, Martin Odegaard doesn't obviously score when Arsenal is talking on small teams like Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, you know, Brentford, but he also scores when Arsenal is obviously playing huge teams, Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea, and very many other teams. Martin Odegaard shows up to the occasion to obviously show that I'm the leader of this club, and whenever the team needs me, I'll obviously operate at the highest levels that you operate. So that's what Mikel Arteta was referring to. And lastly, Arteta had the following to say about the contract of Martin Odegaard. As a manager, working with Martin Odegaard, the person and the player, is an absolute joy, and it's great that after experiencing a number of clubs already in his career, he's now settled and really feels at home at Arsenal. We all look forward to continuing our journey with him. What else would you want from a manager like Mikel Arteta, who was gonna hate to obviously put in Martin Odegaard into the shape that most Arsenal fans really didn't believe he's obviously going to become? Because when he first came on loan and Arteta really trusted him, very many Arsenal fans were not in unison with Mikel Arteta's thoughts of obviously bringing this player on. But after his performances, everyone is going to hate to believe that Arteta is the real man. And this is why you should give him benefit of doubt on Kai Havertz, that Kai Havertz will come good, because even that's what it was when they brought in Martin Odegaard. So that's what they said about Martin Odegaard, the sporting director of Arsenal, the coach, and what Martin Odegaard really had to say. But there is what David Austin really went ahead to say, and we needed to obviously throw it into your ears, that Martin Odegaard's new Arsenal contract is a 5-year contract secured until the summer of 2028. Martin Odegaard becomes Arsenal's highest paid player after a smooth and relatively short process, which which saw talks begin in May and produce the outcome that all parties wanted. And there is a story that was put out like 2-3 weeks ago when Fabrizio Romano and David Austin broke the story that Arsenal is in advanced talks to obviously agree a deal with Martin Odegaard, that Martin Odegaard was going to earn only and only £120,000 a week. I said, you guys, you are jokers. This is the best player at Arsenal. I've already told you Martin Odegaard is the best player at Arsenal, and Bukayo Saka earns £289,000 a week. Now, if Bukayo Saka is earning that, I really came on here and really predicted that maybe Odegaard is going to be given how much? Close to £300,000 a week. You know, that's the amount of money I obviously predicted that he's going to be earning. And this will obviously see him be the best played player at Arsenal. And obviously, that's what is going to let us know that the player is going to be the highest paid player at Arsenal. And I think he's earning £300,000 a week. And he deserves it. And no one is going to come out and complain about it, because no one at Arsenal matches the talent of Martin Odegaard. No one matches the output Martin Odegaard puts out on the field of play. He's a different kind of player, and his generational talent that appears once in a lifetime. When you look at the central attack midfielders in the world, this guy's gonna hate to show us that he's really one in a million. You know, he's the crown in the jewel of Arsenal that Arteta really takes serious. Being a captain and leading Arsenal, almost winning a trophy in the first season, that shows you how huge he is and influence into that dressing room of Arsenal, and every player really believes in him. People are obviously saying Jacques has left, he has been playing the captaincy role in the field of play. I told them, no, you guys, if Jacques was the one who was playing the captaincy role in the field of Arsenal, then why would Mikel Arteta go on and obviously not give him the armband? Obviously, the armband was given to Martin Odegaard because he was the future, and he saw it, and Arteta saw to it that he has very many young players surrounding him, and they need a captain that is in their same age bracket, but obviously having a mature and huge heart and spirit for the club. And that is Martin Odegaard for you. It was not his first time to be a captain, because he had already been given an armband for the national team of Norway when he was like 18-19 years of age. It shows you how he's a born leader at the club of Arsenal. Not so. And lastly, David Austin had the following to say about Martin Odegaard after putting pen to paper, that Martin Odegaard was starting to generate interest from elsewhere. However, no discussions were entertained because the only focus was prolonging his stay at Arsenal, with Josh Kroenke the driving force behind the deal. Obviously, if you lose a player like Martin Odegaard, that meant that there is no difference between the Arsenal that saw Arsene Wenger be here as the manager and Mikel Arteta, because for Arsene Wenger, he couldn't keep his quality players because he had to sell one player every summer to obviously raise close to 20 or 30 million pounds to pay the debt that Arsenal used to go on and obviously borrow money to build the Emirates Stadium. But with Mikel Arteta, the money is there, everything has gone on as planned, and there is no way they couldn't really let this man go. And that's why they've gone ahead to make him the highest paid player at Arsenal, and is here to obviously prove to people that he's ready to take it to the next level. So that is Martin Odegaard signing a 5-year new contract or deal with Arsenal. And now I call in for your reactions into the comment section below about the contract that he has gone ahead to sign at Arsenal. Does he deserve to be the highest paid player at Arsenal, as David Austin has gone ahead to confirm to us? All that and more into the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. Juma Karim to the Muslims and the Christians. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. And may the living to God bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later. Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to hold his press conference ahead of the game of Spurs, that is the North London Derby. I'm going to be here to let you know what I was going to say about. I'm going to live stream about that, and more to that is obviously going to be delivered to you in the next video. So guys, ciao ciao.